All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our weekly team call for the Vigil agency. Glad that you guys could join us today. Just today's call is going to be really quick, actually. It's about 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll answer questions at the end. But just wanted to cover some changes for the overall agency that's going to help, me buy back some time so I can able to have more time for agents. Just having those different time frames available to be able to help with case prep, to run, appointments with you guys, help you with the interview process, and the game plan sessions themselves. So, as you know, on Mondays, we currently have the coaching call with me on Mondays, and then we have tech systems and processes on Fridays. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine with the Kimbrell Master Agency on their daily huddle. On Mondays, they have what's called dialing success on Mondays, and then on Tuesdays it's building. Wednesdays it is. So this is one of the changes that they're making in conjunction with us is on Wednesdays, we're going to cover Chris Leak modules every Wednesday. So we're going to go through a different Chris Leak module every Wednesday, and that'll be run by a different either team leader, key leader, agency owner, or above. And then on Wednesdays, we're also going to keep the new agent orientation going. What does that mean for you guys? So if you guys have a new agent, instead of them going to the daily huddle, they will go to the new agent orientation, right? So it'll be at the same exact time. It'll be a 30-minute new agent orientation, and it will be run by someone on the master agency. So it would be myself, it could be Lisa, it could be Rob Milano, and, it could be a number of other people, but we're all going to work from the same playbook moving forward. So the agency handbook is going to be the same. They took my agency handbook yesterday. They are changing, they're just going to get the graphics done by their team, and that'll be available very soon. I'm actually making the updates in our agency handbook as well to reflect some of the changes. And then on Fridays, it will be an open forum type of call along with FIF and reset opportunities, right? So if you have a case, so I'll pick on Armando for a second, right? He talked with a friend who has some retirement funds available. He would be able to bring that case to the Friday call, and then we'd be able to case prep it together and help him put that stuff, that kind of things together, right? And then if he has to make a connection with one of the SMEs like myself or Matt or whoever else on the team, Brenda, even Jeff with his annuity certification now, and being able to get those cases worked up in that manner. What this is also going to do is allow me and some of the other leaders to be able to bring back the corporate overview. So the corporate overview is really important when it comes to helping you guys grow your agencies, right? So let's say that you have a friend that you want to bring into the business. And you're like, man, I sent them the video, Michael. They still, they still don't know. So what you can do is you can say, hey, you know what? Look, we're going to have a business overview on Wednesday night, and will have them scheduled. I'm just using Wednesday as an example, right? We'll have a corporate overview on Wednesday night. Come take a look at what we offer. So this will be done by someone else, and you can make sure that it's a day that maybe I'm not presenting, but maybe Rob Milano is or Lisa is, right? So they get that other perspective, and then it gives them an opportunity to see the business firsthand. Because I know a lot of you guys don't necessarily know how to interview, right? What questions to ask, different things like that. But the corporate overview is a good way for them to see it, and then you can get them on the calendar to get scheduled for that. So I put together just these are some of the quick changes here for the calls, right? So Monday will be Daily Huddle dialing success, and you can get there from the dailyhuddle.com. Same thing for Thursdays and Fridays, right? It'll be the same thing. If you guys want to join the Daily Huddle, it happens Monday through Friday, right? So it's at the same time, except for Thursdays because of the deep dive leads hour on Thursdays. So you guys can take a look at and I'll make these changes in the handbook and they'll be reflected there as well. And I'm going to go through and make some changes in the automations as well for Agent Activation Accelerator for you guys. The other change and I think this is going to be more of a positive change, and I want you guys to see this as well, is we have virtualsuccessoffice.com. Okay. Virtualsuccessoffice.com is something that I put together, geez, what, 3 years ago now? Where we have you can literally, you go to virtualsuccessoffice.com. Let me post this in the chat. That way you guys have access to it. And I'll make these changes within the Vigil agency as well, or the vigilteam.com website. But you guys can connect here to the Zoom, right? So this will be a dials room that's open, and it's basically open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 a.m. Eastern to about 8 p.m., whatever you consider Hawaiian time. Because some of the other Hawaiian agents will work in there until pretty late. And then you got some East Coast people that like to work in Hawaii, so you'll see them working, those late hours over there just to maximize their day. The other thing that we're going to start promoting is a dialer schedule. We've had this dialer schedule here for a long time. And if you click on it, right, so you can click down here, there's a Calendly link, but what you would be able to see is whoever wants to dial. So we'll just say Chuck. Chuck, you want to make live dials, right? You go here, you come down to the Calendly link, select a time that you want to dial, whatever time that is, right? And you can dial live for other people. And it's a good opportunity to share, to say, hey, post that in, let's say, the Vigil team or the Kimbrell Master Agency WhatsApp chat. Say, hey, I'm going to be live dialing. I'm a newer agent, and I would like some feedback from some experienced agents. It's just a good opportunity to get that feedback. As you guys have seen in the past, we've had Ask the AO with SFG Smile and Dial Right. We're bringing that same concept over to Virtual Success Office. Instead of Ask the AO, though, it's going to be Ask the Leader. Because you know what? There's a lot of team leaders, a lot of key leaders that have some good insight, and a lot of elite producers and top producers that will be able to help with those types of questions. Whether it's dialing, like someone like Brenda, who has a lot of experience with digital lighthouse leads, right? She might be featured on there for an hour, one week, 1 hour, 1 week out of the month, right? And you can ask her questions about digital lighthouse leads, or talk to Joseph about level up leads, or Chuck about kaboom leads, right? So you guys will be able to schedule that time in there as well if you want to be one of those experts that we have, or SMEs available on the call. So those are really the big changes that I wanted to address. The part of this is just be able to help all of us level up in a way where we all benefit from it. And what do I mean by that? So when most of you guys that came in since November through now basically came in when we had a really good partnership with the Craig McManaman and his master agency. Well, Craig and his team are on this exponential growth, right? So they're trying to focus on their growth. So now it's time for us to focus on ours in a way that's going to benefit the entire Kimbrell Master Agency. Again, this is something I talked about very openly, right, on the Monday call, where I said, I had to check my ego at the door, right, and be able to work with the people that have a lot of the resources that we could use. When we combine resources and energy, we create a synergy that helps all people grow, right? So everyone on the team, no matter what. So this will give you guys a lot more opportunity to visit with other sidelines from across the country, and be able to connect a lot more with people that you'll have a direct relationship with. I hope that makes sense. If anyone have questions? No questions? Kenneth, it looks like you're headed out. I hope everything's okay. I know you had a lot on your plate lately. It looks like you're at the airport. He might not be able to hear me. But anyone else have any questions? No questions? All
I have
right.
a question, Michael.
Go ahead, Justine.
You said on Thursdays, that's when we're doing the new, um,
New agent
gosh,
orientation?
not the new orientation, the other one. Now I can't remember what it was.
On Thursdays, we do the regional huddle, which is just the leaderboards,
And then Friday is the,
FIF and resets.
yes. So that
Yeah,
is that taking place of the daily huddle
that
on
happens.
Fridays?
that already happens on the Daily Huddle. We're just going to make it a specific, so it may be every fourth Friday of the month. And then
Okay.
we're gonna make the calendar very laid out. And that was one of the changes I asked for. I'm the one that asked for this change for the entire master agency for the Kimbrells. I
Okay.
feel like we bring a lot of experience with this whole team, right? Because we've had a lot of people that have been here for a while. So we're gonna have just there's gonna be a lot more clarity, Justine, around what the calls are going to be, when they're going to be, right?
Okay.
So yeah, but FIF resets, Justine, if you ever need help with that though,
Mommy,
just reach out
mama,
directly. My
mama,
my
can I? Mommy,
calendar is
mommy,
set up on the
mommy.
vigilteam.com where you can schedule that time. Or if you need to schedule with Brenda, or Brenda, you know what I mean? But we're here for those types of things already. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're working with, make sure that, whatever product is recommended, you would have access to. Because a lot of times what happens is some SMEs, and we'll use Matt as an example, right? Matt loves National Life Group, but not everyone is appointed with National Life Group, right? So we want to make sure that whatever you're appointed with, we can help your client with those types of appointments.
Okay.
All right.
And then also, I redid my license for New Mexico and I had to do the 4 hour annuity training. So does that mean I'm good for annuities as well, or do I still need like Matt and your guys' help to run those?
So there's a couple things there. One is you have to do the product specific training. So each carrier has specific training. Two,
Okay.
you will have to do the if you want to do them on your own, you got to go through the annuity training in the LMS. And then once you do
Okay.
that, you have to get appointed with the carriers through Advisors Excel, which is it's an appointment within Symmetry, but to our annuity carriers.
Okay.
So it's about, what would you say, Brenda, about a 4 day process, maybe 5 day process? It's
Yeah.
pretty intensive. And then you can always go to like an advanced boot market class. There's one coming up in, what is it, Julia? May 28th, 29th, I think, and that's in Florida. And those ones are in person. And the only way that you become advanced market certified is by attending those specific boot camps.
Okay.
But yeah, in the interim, if you need help with something, reach out. If it's something huge where we're going to end up doing the work, then that's where a split comes in, Justine. But if it's
Okay.
something simple, we can guide you through that process.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anyone else have any questions? All right, no more questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.